All right, thank you for joining us for a great day of Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show. Actually, one of our finest in quite some time, because this has been a fun show. You've joined us for a new segment that we've added to our show called Interview with the Giants, interviewing some of the top professionals around the country. And we are fortunate enough to bring one of our top mentors, coaches, friends into the loop today on our radio show for Interview with the Giants, Mr. Todd Duncan, who is the top coach, mentor for the entire mortgage and even the real estate industry and many others. And he puts on an event called Sales Mastery for 26 years now that we go to every year, 3.5 days of the best. So to close out the segment, Todd's going to share a little bit about the values of coaching, having a mentor, and a little bit on life balance, and then why you need to possibly go to Sales Mastery this year in October.
And join us there.
All right, Todd, dive on in.
Yeah. So I think that the idea that life balance is a permanent state of being is probably ridiculously overplayed. And I think that anybody that is orienting themselves around a future state they want to change, there's going to be seasons in their life where they're going to be a little bit out of sync, they're going to be a little bit out of balance. But sadly, part of the big imbalance in life happens when you don't have a commitment to personal efficiency and efficacy, and you're not running the business the right way, so the business ends up running you. So when we have an opportunity to bring on a coaching client, and hundreds of them are getting coached every month by us, we really take a look at what are the things that we can help you measure in terms of efficiency and ROI. And one of the big things is your hourly rate. And we guide people to understand that your key to success is every 2 weeks, measure how much more you're making per hour than you did 2 weeks earlier. If it's $1 more, $10 more, $30 more, or if it dips down $1 or $2 or $3, what are the activities then that go into you being a highly profitable business entrepreneur, right? And what ends up happening is when you orient yourself around the lifeblood that you're putting in and the potential ROI that you can take out, and those two things start to sync up, you put a massively beautiful kind of transparent shield against the things that encroach on your time because you start to realize. So this idea of time blocking, most people fail at time blocking, not because the concept of taking a block of time and blocking it for something is wrong, but they miss the other part of time blocking. The other part of time blocking is, what is my universal shield that blocks out everything that comes in? And so what we do in coaching is we help you get oriented around 3 to 4 behaviors and get rid of 18 to 20 of the behaviors, but 3 to 4 behaviors that when you do them at the highest level of skill, which is mastery, you do them most consistently, which is execution, you will have a 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, 6x, 8x growth in your revenue. And we watch this happen, guys, in 12 to 24 months. We watch people going from $200,000 to $1 million a year in commissions in 24 months by following the model I just laid out. So what we do is we get people purposefully focused on, this is my life, man. And if I want freedom and I want time away from the job and I do want to work hard, I want to work hard intentionally and purposefully, and I want to maximize that cash flow. It doesn't mean I minimize my value prop. If anything, I got to take my value prop up. Because if my value prop is up and my trust is deeper and my connection is more substantial, then people will pay me more and I'll get more people that want to do business with me. It's a really beautiful equation.
Well, on top of that, Todd, what you've helped teach us, and now we share with all our team members, the first question we ask when doing business planning, the first one, of course we go over numbers because that's the I want to make this much. We then go, why? You need to know your why, and that changes everything.
For those that don't have a why, and we've seen it now a couple of times, for those that don't have a why, it's really hard to focus anything around. It's very hard for them to have, if they don't have a why behind anything,
it's hard to
then
motivate
it's just a
them.
number. They're not motivated. And most people are not motivated by money. As much as you would think you are, money is a result of the actions you take to get to your why. But almost nobody, their real why is hardly ever money. It's usually, what they want to provide with their legacy for their children or for their grandchildren or for their spouse. But it's hardly ever, I want make X amount of dollars. That may be the first layer of why, but when you dig deeper, there's always a I don't want my kids to go through what I went through as a kid.
There's a reason, yeah.
There's something
why.
deeper than that. And for those that we haven't discovered the why, it doesn't mean it's not there. It's just a little harder to pull it out sometimes, and if you can't find it, it's hard to motivate them.
Yeah, I think you got to get really clear on my motive for living, right? And you got to understand that priorities that are ignored become bigger priorities. And our goal is not to be money centric. Our goal is, if you're going to give a minute of your time to a business, if there's an option on how much ROI you get out of that minute, would you want it to be higher or lower? And everybody will say higher, because then what that means, like, I've got a gal that closed 33 loans last month that works 2 days a week.
Wow, that's good ROI.
That is monstrous ROI.
Yeah.
And she just keeps pushing the envelope on, what am I doing to just make sure that the only thing I do is I have conversations with borrowers, and that's it. And I do them on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and that's it. And my team handles everything else. That's the kind of ROI we're talking about. And that's just a belief system. Nobody ever said you got to work 7 days a week and toil under the sun, and maybe you'll be successful.
Well, that's a good tee up for why a lot of our listeners, especially if they're in the sales industry in any way, can
sales industry,
not just mortgage, can benefit from your coaching with Todd Duncan, and you have a university and a coaching platform as well as Sales Mastery. Can you give us the information for our listeners so that they can do a little more research of why they should go to Sales Mastery in October and why they should look at your coaches and your coaching platform?
Yeah. Well, so thanks, guys, for letting me on. Trust a brand that's been running 26 years, and trust a brand that's had close to 70,000 people rely on it every year for its place of community, right? And the first thing I would say is, we always win together in the world of business because we hang out with people that want to win together. So the first reason why Mastery exists is to create a network of people that are possibility thinkers, that want to shoot the moon, that want to win. And so that's a big reason to come. Mm-hmm. The other is, in the face of change, there's only one place you can get, in such a condensed period of time, everything that is happening that you need to pay attention to as you go forward in your business. And so when you come to Mastery, 2,000 of you will be there, and we will just work hard for 4 days to change the direction of your business and your life. And you'll walk out of there with a 1-year business plan. You'll walk out of there with the option to have a coach. And man, at the end of the day, it's probably the most important thing that we do. We impact over 4 million home buyers a month because of the Sales Mastery ecosystem and those reps and realtors and insurance agents and financial planners that make an impact on consumers. So go to salesmasteryevent.com and just check out the benefits, and we'll see you in San Diego, hopefully.
All right. Thank you again, Todd. Thanks for changing our lives. We will definitely see you, and our entire team and our Finance America group, Finance America lending group will be there. And thank you for changing our lives and being a great friend. You've been a great friend over all the years.
Awesome.
And thank you for being part of our show and being part of Interview with the Giants. Always great information, great pros wisdom. If you missed it for some reason, go to donandgino.com. Click on our YouTube channel. We had over 2,000 YouTube videos now with great interviews, but this has been a great one. Todd, thank you for being part of our show today. We really appreciate it. We'll see you in October, buddy.
Awesome, guys. Thank you for the chance to be with you.
All right. Thank you all for being part of our show. As you can hear, that's the end of our show. And you have a great weekend every Saturday, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Have a great weekend.